materials and how it's going to be affecting our usage out of it. Up top, we see, when we take a good close look, we can see the inside. That shows us the airflow is from bottom to up to bottom kind of style, which is basically a logical thing. If you're going to project upwards, it will create a high-end cooling setup, because when you take the air from below, cool air comes in and the hot air comes out. That's a plus. We got a focus ring up top and near in the end of it, and it moves the lens, as you can see. Let me just show you. The lens moves quite out and also in. Even though it has a lot of way to move, it doesn't focus that good. I will show you in the rest of the probably video, but the focus ring, having a focus ring is a good thing. We have branding, but branding is not important. Many of the products probably are using the same hardware. The movement mechanism, I think it's safe. Let's just show it to you. It's going with the steps. How many steps? Let's count down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Kind of like a 12 steps. That's a good thing, because you can make it like this from the side, and you can project to any wall or just a small table, like a little bit of angle, and then you can go way beyond and up top. And also it's just reversely going, but it doesn't mean anything, because you have to also adjust the screen and flip it some way. So we got a rubber feet that creates a lot of friction, so it doesn't move. As you can see, if I move it, it doesn't move. When you put it on a table like a Canon, there is no problem. It is so sturdy. This is a good design. So they are taking the design from the Samsung, so there is nothing bad about it, I can tell. And at the back, we have a power input. The cable is standard. That is something good to hear. We don't have adapters. That comes with many of the small projectors. Tend to have a better, of course, quality with full HD and stuff. But having no adapter is a good thing. You just need a cable, so you can extend the cable. You can purchase later on a longer cable. That's an advantage. USB port is working, and I've tried with the USBs, and HD port, as you can see, the HDMI, and the remote. Remote functions are not good. The sensor is here, and it's not picking up while you want to use it. Like 3.5mm jack is a good thing, but while you apply it like this onto the ceiling, you have to always move your remote control to get the signal out. So moving just a little bit and making everything possible, and then apply the ceiling projection is the best way to go with this projector. Otherwise, you'll hate your remote control, because it doesn't take the signal too much. So if you do it like this, normally use, instead of upwards, like a ceiling use, it's okay. So without further ado, don't waste any time and show the rest of the device. This is the physical abilities. And material-wise, this is a good-looking thick plastic, so it's durable. I think it's durable, quite durable. When I'm squeezing it, no cracking. So it's, by the way, this spherical design is always like a sturdy when it comes down to the rigidity. So it's a good, solid design. There is nothing bad about it in the physical way. But the optical element and the focus, we're going to be talking again. In this part of the video, we're going to be taking a look at the menu, which most of the time I try to show of the projectors. Simple Android menu. I don't think that this device has the Netflix license. Probably none of the license will be there. So if I were you, I wouldn't be risking to give this device my actual Google account with the payment included. Just create a child or regular account from scratch if you value your credentials and your information. Because like the Linus video also talked about this, and I made another video about this, safety of these devices when you go to the professional brands. If you go to the smaller brands, you should be knowing the brand. So if I don't know the brand like this, I don't install my actual Google account. Keep that in mind. We got Google Play, HDMI files. We can we can check the files and clusters, and settings shows device settings and applications you can install probably from its own market. By the way, I am hating the remote right now. You hear it by now. I pushed 10 times. It's awful. Again, I pushed the home button to get back. Let me just push it and wait. This is the second time. Yes, it worked. Aptoid TV, calculator, Chrome, Disney Plus, which again, I don't think it has the license actually. So we have the casting, but for the casting, you need to miracast. Go to the miracast settings. It doesn't actually shows itself like an Android dongle or let's just say Apple TV kind of like style. So it will be just a one step again, but you can cast to these devices, and I did cast it. It works. Kodi is if you like the play IPTV and stuff. And gallery, do we have anything else in the second page? Let's just see. YouTube, Prime Video, Amazon Prime, and online upgrade. And in the screen sharpness test, you see the upgrade happened. 24 megabytes of update took about 10 minutes. I don't know why. It could be maybe big update, but number could be wrong. Let's just go back. Time to time, it has the updates, but I don't know what it updates. It doesn't give you a list of things that features. So go to the settings, screen zoom, protection mode, and the keystone correction. Right now, the sharpness, for my taste, it's near awful. In the center, as you can see, the image is angled right now because we are projecting from a table, small table, to right in front of us. It's about 65 inch right now from the below. Up top, it's maybe 67, 1 or 2 inch bigger. Let's just go to the keystone correction. Manual keystone correction. I will just take, let me just take the right and make it straight. Try to make it straight. It looks straighter. And it doesn't go for the first click. You hear my clicks, right? It needs to apply. It's crazy. Remote will make you hate this device if you're going to, like I said, use this device as an only device. It's kind of like square right now. Let me just go. Right now, I am doing everything, yeah, from 20 centimeters to the projector. Yeah, we corrected the angle, and right now, this is exactly 65-inch TV size. So, projection mode. Let's go to the projection mode. Rotate front, rotate rear ceiling, and rotate ceiling. So it does have the mode because it turns around 180 degrees from one side to the other side. So this is a good thing considering the design. They have put it there. That's a good thing. Screen zoom. Well, that's not going to make anything. But when we activate it, the keystone is gone. Let's just go back. If the keystone is dead, you might need to add it again. I don't want to apply, and the keystone is gone. So we have to make the keystone again. Let's just do it again. Right now we are near flat, not exactly. The camera angle might not show it as a perfect square, but right now in front of me, I can adjust the camera like this. It's looking like a near straight visual. Let's just adjust the camera. And below, right below the screen, we have the 65-inch TV, and we know it's 65-inch. The sharpness is quite soft. If there's a way to check that out and try to enhance it, we just need to go back a little bit, one step back. What do we have in the projection mode? We got this, and we don't have nothing else. But we have also the other settings. Time settings could be good for the kids before the sleep. Audio settings, we have the audio leveling. As you can see, it's right now up top. It has a decent speaker considering the size of it. And the settings of Wi-Fi, we managed it, like you can connect it to Bluetooth speakers as well. The language is right now in English. And the other settings, factory reset, application. Let's just see application settings, what this does. It has all winner insights. We already know that as a hardware. So it doesn't have too much to play with. So let's go back. And do I have another thing? I have probably, it has the mouse kind of like a clicking system, but it doesn't, it has the mouse logo, mouse click, but it doesn't work, sorry. In the dark, the buttons are not doing anything. This button did something, and it's very difficult to use it in the dark because you don't see the buttons. That's one thing. And the buttons don't work. That's a whole other topic. So what we can do, we will play some footage from now on to test it. And the brightness level, we will test it. When you think that image is sharp, don't forget about this is 65-inch TV size and it needs to be sharp. But if we stop the video, these are HDR 4K OLED. Let's just stop it. Remote didn't work again. So when you consider this, the bees and the flower needs to be exactly sharpest stage for the 65-inch, but we don't see that. Even the icons are softer. So when you see something sharp in this video, we're shooting 4K, but don't forget this is 720p squeezed in the 65-inch size. And the room is near pitch black. I can see myself, but what I see when I see blacks, I see a lot of gray, but I can't make the camera shot that way because I need to shoot a HDR. I don't want to shoot HDR in this stage because it's not going to show you the real quality of the projector. Let's just see as much as we can deliver to you. By the way, you're hearing probably how many times I pushed the button. So the flower is popped out and the sharpness of the bee is a lot less than it should be. We are seeing the fur, but it's not as sharp as it should be. This is a 4K OLED footage, and it's in 65-inch squeeze. Every detail, you see it, but it's not sharp. It's blurred. You can handle it. You can live with this. You can use it for 65 when you're going camping, or for the child room, up-top ceiling. This could work a lot. But when you go back and create a big image, which I will make in the other parts of this video, you'll see how the light is going to lose itself. By the way, even though it's generally looking sharp, on the edges, it's very, very soft. You only see that when you buy a higher or professional level optic projector. If you want to see what it does in the big screen, just wait a while. I'll just try to add on some stuff and finish the testing. In this part, we're going to calculate the ANSI lumen power, which is the true power of a projector. I have a light measurement tool, which I will use in a second, but I'd like to talk about right now the screen and the camera is tuned up, and you see the corners are not perfectly white, like in the middle. This shows the optical quality of this projector. Many of the projectors tend to create, if you have a budget projector, definitely, the vignetting that somehow if you shoot portrait photo, then vignetting might be an issue that you want to achieve. But in this sort of projections, you don't want it. I can see it with my eyes. That is how obvious it is. And the fringing around the corner, I will try to shoot another photo or a video. Fringing around the corner shows the true sharpness of it. Like, it's difficult, but right now I see colored, like blue style fringing around this corner and every corner. And even the corners are not soft. Are not sharp. So that shows how this projector is failing to create a sharp image, even from the corners, because corners also shows the pretty much where you stand, where you project, and what's going to be. So the texts are quite soft, even if you don't see it in this video. For the ANSI lumen, I made another video. You can watch that out. I will measure the numbers and calculate it. You'll see on the screen 77, 9 points, 94, and 70. 77, 94, 70, 82, 117, 86, 82, 186. And one last time, 93, 120, 88. 93, 120, 88. These numbers also shows where the light is interestingly differentiating from corner to corner. This is 77, 94, 70. This is 82, 117, and 86. And in here, 120. We are all knowing this, that in the middle, like a torch light, in the middle we will have the best light, but you'll see the light differentiation by your own in this setup. And you're going to see, while I talk about this, the ANSI lumen, the true power of it. Reason that we calculate 9 different points and apply it to the screen size, ANSI lumen doesn't change when you go back and forth. It will be measured by the screen size and the light all together. So going back and forth doesn't mean anything. But many of the companies tend to use, like, they declare their lumen power, right? The power in front of the lens, or even before the lens, the total power output. You know, because they do it, they want to show how bright their projector are. But in total, it is what we see that matters. So numbers are not just declaring the quality. Don't misunderstand the subject. So watch my ANSI lumen tutorial video to understand before buying a projector. Right now, the image size is 100 inch and the text is near awful. I will come close to the screen and prevent the main. Maybe I'm in the middle, but this area is completely losing the focus. If you can zoom from the YouTube, do the zoom and enhance your resolution to get this part is awfully blurred. And up top is also awfully blurred. And again, this corner is very soft. All of the texts are extremely soft. You don't want to use this projector for 100 inch size. This is only for 80 or 75 inch and the less. So consider this. If you're going to buy this for a big movies, don't. And again, I will hit the play button and just try to get the visual big as possible. You might see some sort of a sharpness in the fur of the bird. And it is. When you watch a video, you don't get it. But this could hurt your eyes in the long run. If you watch like this, you'll definitely have eye problems. I can guarantee that. Because fringing and soft image will hurt your eyes. Instead of this, just wait a while and buy a 720p good projector. Not these sort of cheap projectors. Like I told you, this is like a tutorial kind of a video. If you're not if you don't be careful in this topic of sharpness, the brightness is not the problem. As you can see, the near fully dark room, this is right now kind of like a pitch black room. The only thing that is open at the left, the doors, and the sun. This is right now sunny day of the summer 2023. So it is 1 o'clock in the morning, in the middle of the day, but the curtains are sun blockers are on, and this is kind of like a pitch black room where I can only see myself as a shadow. So that's why the quality is like this. When you open up at least one light, let me just open the side lights, and here it is. Side lights are open, and the side lights are quite strong. You can see me. That's how strong these side lights are. I can make a video review in this sort of light, but still you lose everything. So this is not, again, any kind of light will ruin the image. Don't forget about this. But the softness is hurting my eyes. I just want you to see that. And we're going to make a close-up shot too. Let's go to the close-ups. This is the sharpness of the side, like I told you earlier. The Wonders relaxation views. Just take a look at this text below. And when you look at it, you'll see Wonders is near impossible to read. Let me just try to refocus on that, because we are projecting with a little bit of angle. If I can manage it, let me just move it around. I lost the focus even more. I managed to focus around that, but I lost the complete focus in the rest of the video. So if I focus in the middle, then this is what I can achieve. So corner focuses are incredibly low. If you focus on the middle, you need to keep the image small. Let's just go to the middle of it and try to look at the middle. This is the middle of it right now, and we are focused here. And even that, this is not sharp at all. As you can see, this is extremely soft. Let me just get close. Extremely soft, and vignetting and ghosting effects. So this will hurt your eyes. I can guarantee that. Every device has the limitation. Here it is as a 43 to 45 inch size, and I think this projector really shines in this setup. Like if you're going to go camping, and if you don't want to buy a TV for the kids, if you don't want to, you know, the kids room, they tend to play with balls and stuff, and they can crack the TV. So if you don't want the TV, watch them to TV. Or if you have a portable setup, like if you don't want them to play a lot of console games while you are not there, you can pick up this projector and console together, and then take the console and the projector again to prevent them for a long time gaming. But definitely this is the size where this device really can shine. So let's just go back, try an other HDR OLED video from LG again. It sounds good, it feels good, and it's let me just arrange the brightness level because it's right now too bright. I will dial it down. It can bring up the details in this size. But for me, if you go to the 43 inches for $50 to $75, you can definitely buy a 43-inch TV for the playroom or kids room, or any room for that matter, in the bargain of purchase times, especially in discount times at the end of the year and the summer kind of style. So you don't want to spend $75 instead of buying a $150 kind of like a TV. And I will highly prefer that full HD TV than this, because the sharpness is still on the text quite bad. Even in the 43 inches size, sharpness is bad and the ghosting is there. Let me just take the camera from the tripod and show you the close-up. This is